And that's what I've gone back to a million times, because another infamous piece of work that a lot of people thought was going to be part of our future was 1984. People thought that the government was going to be able to control everything and everything. And what we've seen is the opposite here, at least in America. And in China, they kind of do have a more 1984 style situation going on. But here in America, what we have is almost worse, because we have so much information that we have taken to blocking out information that doesn't fit our confirmation bias. It doesn't already
Right.
say what we already believe. And so now it doesn't matter the fact that we have access to more information than all the generations that came before us combined, because we're only going to find our pocket of the internet that already is saying things that we believe in and make us feel good. And
Right.
so it's just very difficult to figure out how we go forward with that in all forms of it, right? Not
Mhm.
only just things that are super serious, like what we were talking about before, with like, misinformation campaigns and things like that, but even just when it comes to art, or when what actually happened in a movie. Because like I think there's a whole conspiracy thing going on with some movie that is Sinbad was a genie or something like that. There was some movie that people believe existed that didn't exist, and everybody's like, I swear I saw this movie, and there's like this whole community built around that too.
Oh, you talking about Mandela effect?
I can't remember. I just remember, like I said, because I haven't paid too much attention to it. But every time I see it, I'm like, "What?" And then I move on about my day or whatever, and stuff like that. But I always remember that's a thing, that there's real conversations people are having and trying to find this movie. It's either Sinbad or Shaq or somebody. I can't remember
Oh
which
yeah,
one it is.
yeah. That's the one with, yeah. It's Sinbad. Yeah, Sinbad plays a genie or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's the Mandela effect.
Well, what's that?
Oh, all right. Something to tell you about. All right.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what?
Let's dive into this.
So, okay, the Mandela effect is an event that a group of people know happened, but another group uh, believed that it never happened.
Hmm.
So, I'll give you an example. The reason why it's called Mandela effect is because there was a time when Mandela was in prison, and people believed that they saw proof or newspaper clippings or the news saying that he died in prison. People know that for a fact. They'll I know for a fact. But for now, he died. I think in 2003. When did he pass away? I forgot. But they're saying that he died, and later, when
Hmm.
he was out of prison. But there are the group of people that know for a fact that Mandela died in prison because they seen movie clip. No, I mean the movie, but newscast and newspapers saying that he died in prison. Another one is the Bernstein Bears.
Hmm.
The book, the children's book.
Oh yeah,
All right,
I love
and
the Bernstein
so
Bears.
right, all right. Now let me ask you, how do you spell Bernstein?
Oh no, yeah, I've seen people talk about that, but yeah.
Right. And so they're singing EI, but it's Bernstein Bears. But people are like, for
Hmm.
the longest time, it was those Bernstein Bears. And so they're like, no, it's Bernstein Bears, Bernstein Bears. And the whole Ed McMahon, they're saying that he was the guy with a big check going to door, publisher clearinghouse. And people are like, I know he did that. I know he did that. But there's other group of people saying that never happened. And so now in this, so to speak, reality is it's saying it never happened, but people know that it happened because they believe they saw it,
Hmm.
that it happened. And it goes on and on. There's so many examples of, they call it the Mandela effect. And so there's this theory with that, is that there's this company called CERN, CERN. It's an acronym. I forgot, but I think it's on the border of, I think, Switzerland, France. It's the science lab. It's a collider lab where they collide things and at high speeds, and then they record the reaction of what happens when they collide. So what they're saying, what happened is that they collided two atoms faster than the light of speed, and they're saying that it altered alter our reality back in 2012.
Hmm.
Stephen Hawking said to them, "Don't do this because you're going to mess with um, our universe. You're going to put people in parallel universes." And they kind of went like, "Yeah, whatever." And they did it in 2012, and the Mandela effect started popping up around 2012, 2013. So just putting it out there.
I mean, that's a lot more fun of an explanation than the what is one of the most likely cases. This is why they talk about witness testimony isn't that good. Our memories are not nearly as good as we think they are,
Yeah.
and we will. I know that I have memories right now in my head that I'm certain I remember, but really I'm just remembering people telling me stories about them because I
Oh
was too
yeah,
young to remember. You know what I mean? And so like but I'm confident. I remember the colors of everything. I remember touching. Like no, you don't. You just remember the stories. You've locked it in your mind. Now you're saying that because you've been told so many times you were a part of that. And
oh yeah,
I just think our memories are so unreliable, but it's the only thing that we trust at the same time. That's why you see, not to get too sad for a second, but you see some certain people who start to experience dementia or Alzheimer's and things like that or whatever. That's why it's so disruptive to them because
yeah.
we trust our memories so much.
Right, right, and then right, and they did a study, and they showed how we can alter. Your memories can be altered.
Yeah.
So which could be a good thing too, actually. So
Yeah.
if you've got trauma, how you can, that you can alter your thinking with, with a certain trauma.
Thanks for checking out Starting Nowhere. Come find us on Facebook so you can comment on this and other clips and episodes of Starting Nowhere.